Hi, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Today you are joining me for the third in a series of cards that I'm showing you using the bundle Mountain Air. Today I'm actually using the bundle Mountain Air. The first two cards that I've shown the last couple of days didn't use the dies, but today I am using the dies. But before I get started, by the time I'm making this video, and it's about an hour until our retired list and our new catalog post to the Stampin' Up! Website. So if you're a demonstrator, we'll get to see the new catalog online. And we'll also get to see what stamps are in all of our things that are retiring. So right now I'm making this and I have no idea what is retiring. So maybe this will be available in next year's catalog, and maybe it will be leaving at the end of May. So you'll want to head over to my website, and there I will put the current what I know information. I do know a couple of things that I will mention as I go through this, just because I know, but you will want to check for that. And then this coming Saturday, if you are a demonstrator, we do have a class that it's actually 3 classes. Me and 2 of my other girls who run Creating and Sharing the Life You Love, the website for demonstrators. We're showing you the 3 classes that we'll be hosting for our customers, so you can do those as well. And they're online, or they could be in person if you're in a state that you can do those in person. And then next Tuesday, if you are not a demonstrator, 6 of my other demonstrator teams who are all fabulous, fantabulous stampers, and we all stamp very differently. We are hosting a one-day, one last chance stamp Facebook Live. So it will go from 1 to 8 p.m. next Tuesday. I think it's April 28th. Excuse me. And we will all be showing all of the things that we will miss most. And so to get that, you'll need to visit my website so I can get you the invitation so you can get the Facebook. That is for non-demonstrators. So if you're not a demonstrator and you're in the US, then let me know and I can get you the code so you can get into that private Facebook group. So for now, let me show you the Mountain Air, and I'm also going to use the words from Peaceful Moments. I will show you a couple of the other cards. These are the ones that have just posted. So this one, I used the reversible part of the stamp, just the mountains and the trees, and none of the ones that were really the image. And then this, it's a really fun stamp set if you haven't used it. And then this is one where I used a lot of the dies, and it is on YouTube. It's probably back in December. It was when I first got the stamp and the dies. So I made this, and then I didn't use it at all until April. So there's a huge gap, but you can find this one on YouTube as well. So today I'm going to use just vanilla cardstock and then a piece of shimmer white. So I'm going to fold my vanilla in half, and I've just cut it long ways. So it's 11 by 4 1/4. Sometimes I like to fold them the other direction. It's just a little bit of a change. And then I am going to take these 3 colors, which are totally different than I've used on the other 2 cards that I just recently made. We did the same 7 girls that do the Facebook Lives together. As I said, fabulous stampers. We did an art therapy in our last Facebook Live where you just stamped kind of for the enjoyment of stamping. And my segment in that was landscape art. And that's where these cards have come from. So that's part of the reason that the colors have been what they are, because I was stamping just to enjoy them. So I have Pineapple Punch, Mango Melody, and Pumpkin Pie. I have the German facing there. Pineapple Punch will be leaving at the end of May. So it may run out before that, because it often happens with our end colors. And the refill and the paper is likely to go, because that often does happen. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start with my Pineapple Punch. And I didn't leave it here. I'm going to grab one of our stamping sponges, which if you've seen the video prior to this one, I used them there as well. I'm just going to add some Pineapple Punch down here. I'm going to work from my brightest color up to my darkest. So I have that there. This is a really fast card. I'm going to go to my Mango. You can do this on regular smooth cardstock as well. I just like the way it kind of blends together on the shimmer. So now I've got my Mango. And then let's get our Pumpkin Pie. Sometimes I feel like people don't use Pumpkin Pie a lot. except in the fall, and it's a beautiful color. My daughter, she stamps with us in our events. You know, she's young, so it's nice to get a young 20-something feel when you stamp, because a lot of us aren't 20-something. But her favorite sweet is the dinosaurs, and pumpkin pie is, I think, one of the colors that's featured in that set. So we have this just kind of swash of color. So I'm going to take some black pimento ink, and I've already got it on me, which is why I folded this first in hopes that I won't get it anyplace else on me. And I'm going to take the sun or the moon, whatever this is. I think it can be both. Just going to add it up here. And I've got black on me too. I'm just touching everything. And today's the first card that I've stamped. I was gonna, my email service is not working today. It's down. So my intentions of how I was gonna do my day, I was gonna send all of my people a reminder about the list and some of the events that are coming up. But when you use an email service and all your emails are in there and it doesn't open, and they've sent some things saying that they're down. So my day's gone a little bit differently than I have anticipated. And I keep going over there hoping that it's coming back. So we have this, which is pretty on its own, but we're going to do a couple more things to it, and I am getting it dirty. Hang on while I wipe my fingers off. I just cleaned my table off, so I happen to have these here. When, you know, the lockdown came and everybody needed hand sanitizer and wet wipes, a lot of us stampers already had them. I had a giant gallon because that's what we use to clean our clear blocks is hand sanitizer. So I had a massive amount, one of those huge ones that I bought several years ago to clean my blocks. And then of course I have wet wipes for cleaning your hands when you get ink on them. So I'm going to pull my die cut machine over here, which you may have already heard that there is a new die cut machine. I can't show you the pictures because we're not allowed to show you the pictures. It will be in the new catalog. It won't be available to purchase yet because it's not quite, they don't have enough in stock, but it's fabulous. But all of our old dies will work. So I have a piece of smoky slate and a piece of basic black, and these are the two trees that come in the dies with this set. And actually, when I very first saw the set in the mini catalog, the trees were what sold me on it. That was why I had to have it. And of course, back then it was Christmas time. So I'm going to roll those through once, and then I'm going to just roll them through once more because they're pretty detailed. So I've got those. Keep those there, and we'll get those all out at once. And then I'm going to take our Settles embossing folder. Just gonna lay that in there. And it just takes one pass through, and it will give it some nice texture. As you can see, this is a Sympathy card, so I'm keeping it simple, but I want it to look nice. And you can see just how much this adds to it. Especially in the shimmer white cardstock, it kind of picks up some of the shimmer and sticks those down in the highlights. And you're just going to take these. If you don't have a take your pick tool, you will want one because all these detailed dies, they work so much better. So just pop those pieces out. I'm trying to leave the tree in there because it's easier really to get them out. Maybe it's going to come out on its own. Yep. You have a little bit more stability if you can leave it in there and just roll this. And then when you pop those out, some of those little pieces have already fallen out. You can see they're on there. It might have helped if I'd sat down. I'm a stand-up stamper. I know a lot of people stand up and a lot of people sit down. And so when I often stand up to get my die cut machine, then I don't sit back down. So you can see most of those came out now. And you just run it over it. Do it on the back side. That way, if anything scratches from these little scratchies, it doesn't scratch the front of your design. And those are out. They just need to fall out now. There we go. And then we'll do the same for the the black tree. I don't know if you can see that one as well because I'm doing the black on the black. Just pull that out. Any of these ones that are more intricate, you just want to be careful when you pull them because you don't want to tear those. I'll sit down now. Again, these last few down here, for whatever reason, they tend to need to just take an extra poke. There we go. So you can get the foam mat and you can get the little take your pick tool, and it just makes this so much easier. Now we just have to stick this together. There is also a new adhesive system in our catalog. So you will see that the snail is on our retired list, but it's okay because our new adhesive system is far better, and you will it will have a lot more on our spool, so you'll get a lot more. And then the one case will have a little bag that you can slip it in. And for those of you, because you know, sometimes if you watch my video, sometimes I will say my snail's not where I can reach it, but I still have Fuse, because Fuse was my favorite adhesive. So the new seal is stronger, but then we also have Fuse, which is similar to what we used to have that is Fuse, which is even stronger still. So you'll be able to pop them in and out of the same container, which is fabulous. So if you see this on here, don't panic and don't feel like, oh, I have to buy a bunch of the adhesive so I can keep popping them in my thing, because you don't, because there will be a better solution. And if you are my people and you come to my events, you know that you get, I offer adhesives as part of my classes. They get it for free when they come to my classes. So don't worry, we'll be good. I'm just going to take these on here, and you can see that I cut this a little bit smaller than just a quarter because I wanted to be able to pop my trees up. So they would go over the edges of both the top corner here and over this corner. And 2 glue dots holds these trees perfect. There's a point at the top here. You can see that's plenty big enough for a full glue dot. And then down here at the bottom, you can fold a glue dot in half, just like that. And pop it right in there, and it holds it there. And then you just add your second tree. And then again, another totally different feel than the other Mountaineer cards that I've done. And now I've done 3 because all of these cards I've done once for my sample, once on our Facebook Live event, and then now for you guys. So I have Mountaineer cards coming out everywhere. So I'm going to be sending some of these to the girls that are in my downline. But I hope you enjoy that. You will want to go over, and if you are not a demonstrator, just run to my website and sign up for our Facebook Live event. Trust me, you will love it. The girls are all fabulous stampers, and it doesn't cost anything. All you need is my code to get in and to not be a demonstrator and to be in the US. So that's not like you need a lot because it's free. But you will also want to run and check out the retired list. And I do have thank you gifts every month with purchase on my website. So you'll always want to check those out. Have a great day. Bye.